If your mind jumps all over the place without your permission, there is a health issue. 98% of the world's population is in that place. That's why it's a pandemic. Technologically, this is the most advanced machine on the planet. Profoundness of experience is the basis.
Hello and welcome to KT Leadership, the place where we meet some of the greatest minds of our time. Today's guest is Sadhguru, a spiritual teacher for the modern age who works to promote mental health, sustainability, and conscious living. Sadhguru, thanks so much for joining us today. You've spoken about the state of the world having or being on the brink of a mental health crisis.
See, whether it's anxiety or stress, which is a milder form of that, or being depressive, whatever else, it's not part of the day, it's not part of the world. It's what you allow your mind to do. What does stress mean? Many ways to look at it. Let me look at it very simply, mechanically. Stress means your machine here is not able to function smoothly. Even if it's the best car that you drive, try to drive it without engine oil or lubricants. 3 minutes, your car will fall apart. So that's how important it is. So there is a way to keep this machine in such a way, there's no friction. Whatever is of least friction, then that machine will last long and that machine will be a joy to drive. This machine that you call as my body and my mind, it should be a joy just to be sitting in this because it's the most sophisticated machine on the planet. Do you agree with me on that one? This one? Technologically, this is the most advanced machine on the planet. And its ability to do things are miraculous, both body and mind. But people are suffering it. What are they suffering? Essentially, they're suffering their own intelligence.
The suffering is here.
They're suffering their own intelligence, wherever it is. For not everybody it's located only in one place. Wherever your intelligence is, you're suffering your intelligence.
How do you experience time?
I'll come. I feel like I was born day before yesterday look at me So, now time is a very relative experience and the main ingredient of what you call as my life is time and energy. You can't manage time. Because of your association with something, if you think you are that, little nutty, isn't it? Hello? So when you realize this, that my mind, my thoughts, my emotions, my mind, the whole content, it's mine, but it's not me. My body, all this liver, kidney, spleen, everything is mine, but it's not me. Won't your intelligence, human intelligence, naturally inquire, then what is this about? Will it not? Can anybody stop it? Unless you're stopped by restriction that you should not think on those lines. Otherwise, it's natural even for an 8-year-old child to think about it. So spiritual process is not a trained thing or it is not coming from somewhere. It is a natural enquiry. Once you evolve into this place of being a human being, your intelligence has come to such a space that you naturally inquire. Now, this is spiritual process.
If we go back to the mental health pandemic, what are we doing wrong?
Everything See, I'm asking you, you're thinking right now?
I'm listening.
Not thinking?
Not thinking.
You're learning your tricks. So, most people don't think, they just have mental diarrhea, just running all the time, runs. If you think consciously, it's a wonderful process. But if you're having a mental diarrhea, when you want to go here, thoughts are out there, then you suffer that. If it goes completely out of control, then you say they've lost their mental health. If it goes beyond a point, then asylums and horrible things that happen to people, unfortunately. Not everybody may get to that place, but there are a whole lot of people who continue to journey up and, yo-yoing back and forth on a daily basis. Now, what is mental health or what is mental ill health? If right now my hand doesn't take instructions from me and it jumps all over the place without my permission, there's a health issue, isn't it? If your mind jumps all over the place without your permission, there is a health issue. But if you go by the standards, 98% of the world's population is in that place. That's why it's a pandemic. Now, if 98% is in that condition, all that needs is a little volume increase outside. Everybody will go off the edge. Right now they are playing with that a little bit. Little external situations ramp up against us, then everybody will fall off the edge.
So where do you start?
We started with soil, that's why because one thing is, you as a life, you are not an independent life. Well, these days everybody has put that into your head, you are an independent life, you're an independent life. No, you are a culmination of a whole phenomena of life process upon this planet. From microbial life to worms, to insects, to birds, to animals, plants, trees, everything, it's all culminating into who we are as human beings.
You're traveling the world, you're sounding this alarm, you're speaking, you're showing the data, you're incorporating science.
Everybody, wherever I spoke, nobody disagreed. Everybody said, yes, Sadhguru, this is most important, it must be done. But I assumed they all been using my talk as a pillow to sleep on that night, and they seem to sleep very well. And then I decided to do the Safe Soil movement. I decided to ride a motorcycle from London to southern India when I'm 65 So people thought, oh, Sadhguru is going to have fun on the motorcycle. It's a lone motorcycle riding. Then they saw by 12th, 13th, 14th day, all our people around the world realized, oh, he's trying to kill himself. He's riding through the rain, he's riding through snow, he's riding through icy roads, and he's riding through the desert. Then he said, oh, he's going to kill himself, he's going to die. Then everybody woke up. That's how 3.92 billion people woke up and spoke. At least for that few weeks they spoke. Even now still millions of people are continuing to speak, the narrative has changed. Unfortunately, this is how we human beings work. Initially, we slowly think, then we talk. Then we buzz around, gossip about it all over the place. Today gossip is called social media, gossip gone global, that is. Otherwise, we gossip about it, it seems it's like this, it's like that. Slowly, when it gets into our head properly, then we may act. This is how human societies work. When there is no singular leadership which says, okay, this needs to happen, just do it.
People living a fast-paced life.
Nobody is living a fast-paced life, everybody is only getting 24 hours. Even I am only getting 24 hours. So the question is, how much do you do in 24 hours? So that's… if you do more, it's not fast-paced, it just means you're a little more efficient. And you don't like it? I'm very sorry for such people. Because life is about this. There are only two aspects to your life. If you sit here, it's about the profoundness of experience. How profound is your experience? Everything that you're doing is in pursuit of this. You educate yourself because you think education will bring you that. You want money because you think money will bring you better experience of life. You want to get married because you think it'll make your life profound. You want to bear a child because you think it'll make your life profound, all right? So profoundness of experience is the basis. You want to go to the temple, you want to go to church, mosque or wherever, or you want to meditate, you want to drink, you want to drug, all these are in search of profoundness of experience, which is very vital for a human being. When it comes to activity, it is the impactfulness of our activity. These are only two things you have: profoundness of experience, impactfulness of activity. In some way you want to experience more than what's happening right now. This is constant longing in every human being. With this longing, some people may take steps which were constructive to their life, some people may take steps which are destructive to their life, but all the steps are in search of deeper experience of life. When it comes to activity, it's the impactfulness of activity. Do you want to do an interview that nobody will watch? I'm asking. You want people to watch, you want people to say, wow, it changed my life. Because when you act, you want it to be impactful in some way. So these are the only two things: profoundness of experience, impactfulness of activity. So both these things have to be harnessed. It doesn't just come to you.
So if today, people watching this interview want to take one thing with them.
What can you do about your mental health? You're trying to get me to that many times, everybody else is normal. So do not go by these standards. All I'm saying is, if your own body, if your little finger is simply hurting without reason, you think this is normal or not normal?
Not normal.
Not normal.
Not normal.
So if your thoughts are hurting, if your emotions are hurting for every small thing that happens around you, obviously it's not normal. But you're beginning… people are trying to tell you these days, counseling you this way, you're anxious, don't worry, it is normal, everybody… it happens to everybody. Wherever you stay, if you open your tap, water is coming. Just imagine, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, you want 2 buckets of water. You have to walk 5 miles in the desert and somewhere there's a little bit of water and you have to pick that up, and there are other people, you have to fight with them and pick up 2 buckets of water and walk back. Are you capable of this?
Probably not.
People were doing that.
Especially here in the UAE.
No, I'm just taking this example because we're here. Everywhere there were different types of challenges, I'm saying. The challenges, the variety may be different, but for everybody 2-3 generations ago, the amount of physical strength they needed just to survive was enormous. That requirement is not there on you. If you look slim and beautiful, that's all the big challenge. Hello? It's very simple, but that only they're stressed about it.
And 2 generations ago, they didn't have mental health issues as they do now.
Definitely not on the scale that we have. That is mainly because they were expanding their thing, and our agriculture, organized industrial scale of agriculture on the planet was only 20, 30, 40 years old. Now it's about 100 years old. We have destroyed the planet in a massive way in terms of soil.
Sadhguru, thank you so much for your time today.